As you sit there, hearing these words, a curious thing begins to happen, because somewhere between the lines, you may begin to remember something you never consciously have known before. As if part of you, deeper than memory, already knows how to become everything you always wanted to be. Isn't it fascinating how, when someone begins to focus on combining ideas, beliefs and concepts, and installing them unconsciously as their new belief system and operating system, it's like slipping into a perfectly fitting coat, tailored by truth, and stitched with understanding. Because after all, isn't it true? The beliefs, they're not fixed structures, but soft clay, moulded by emotion, repetition and meaning. And you can, right now, begin to imagine a time when you simply knew that compassion was your nature. Not something you do, but something you are. Because the most powerful leaders, the most magnetic people, aren't hard, they're heartful. There was once a man who thought strength meant never showing emotion, until one day he held a stranger's hand and listened, really listened. And in that moment of stillness, of deep presence, he discovered something far more profound than control. He discovered connection. Because empathy fosters healing. And every individual, yes, even you, deserves kindness. And the moment you believe that, not just here, but there, you begin to radiate the kind of energy that transforms rooms before you speak. There was a woman who used to be anxious around people until she started giving compliments, small acts of kindness, without expecting anything in return. At first it was uncomfortable, but soon the mirror shifted because reality always mirrors belief. And she began to notice, when she saw the good in others, they began to see the light in her. Now isn't that an interesting thing? That sometimes the fastest way to receive love is to give it. And the unconscious mind can absorb that effortlessly now counted. Now to begin to integrate these stories, you might notice a shift, not loud, not forceful, but gentle, like compassion itself. Because the unconscious learns through metaphor, through rhythm, through repetition with variation. And it's okay to forget consciously, as the deeper part of you remembers. You see, people mirror energy. That means every time you show up open-hearted, confident, centered, others will feel it and respond, because behaviour is contagious. And the moment you believe you're worthy, your nervous system relaxes into confidence. Because confidence is just familiarity with your own value. When you're aligned with a purpose like compassion, the strongest frame becomes the softest touch. There's a man, a leader, who never yells. He doesn't need to. His presence says it all. And people listen, not because he demands it, but because he makes them feel seen. And in that safety, they open, they follow. Because charisma, it isn't about how loud you are. It's about how deeply you feel. Now take that in, breathe it. Let it swirl around inside you, like warm light, filling every space of doubt. Because you're enough. You always have been enough. And the more you live from that, the more others start believing it too. A teacher used to think she needed to be perfect, until a student cried in class. She didn't fix it. She just held space. That moment taught more than any lecture. Because sometimes compassion isn't what you do. So you choose to be when it matters most. And here's the truth your unconscious now embraces. Kindness multiplies the more you give it. Boundaries protect your ability to care. Forgiveness frees your energy. Gratitude unlocks abundance. Emotions, even the messy ones, they're messengers, not enemies. Let these words become you, as each sentence weaves into the next, like threads of silk forming the fabric of your new operating system. You might notice something clicks deep inside, and knowing a soft but unshakable truth. That the most powerful transformation doesn't come from effort, it comes from permission. Permission to be compassionate and assertive. Empathic and bold, kind and unstoppable. Because the greatest strength is the courage to care. And from now on, this is who you are. Not just in concept, but in practice, in presence, in being. And just imagine now waking up tomorrow, not having to remember what you heard here, because you'll already be living it. Imagine walking into a room and people feel calm around you, safe, uplifted, because your energy tells the story before your mouth ever opens. And your body language, your breath, your smile becomes a transmission of every belief installed here tonight. So don't try too hard to hold on to it, because the best changes, they're the ones that slip past the gatekeeper and become second nature, like compassion, like confidence, like truth, fully embodied. Let it all sink in now. This is you. It always has been. Now you just remember.